Good morning, guys. It's Mel, and this morning I'm gonna do another faceless vlog. Basically, it's all about the garden, all about the garden, all about my plants. So, what you're looking at is the callaloo bed. Just a few weeks ago, it was so empty, like you see patches everywhere. But look, this is all the callaloo that we're having. Some of them have gone to seed. I can't control that. I mean, I try to pick out, you know, snip off the seeds and they come back and it's just too much. So I just, I'm like, whatever. Once I cut them, I just cut off, the ones with the seeds and, I take care of it from that. So that's my callaloo. Let's see. I have some okras in this container. Look, this is the container. It's a clay pot, but I have like a few plants of okras, and maybe they would do better if I didn't have so many in one container, but oh well. They already started to, have fruits on it. I think I shared photos of when the blossoms opened up the other day. So, but yeah, quite a few of them already have okras. So we haven't eaten any yet, but they're coming, and we'll be having okras soon. And as usual, I like to plant stuff at the perimeter of the callaloo bed. So I have a few things coming up here. I planted some yellow garden beans in this container right here. Oh, that's just weed. I have so many weeds, and I can't control them. I mean, I try. I decide I'm not gonna knock myself out. I'll just do my best. And yeah, I planted a piece of ginger in here, so I don't know if it's gonna come, but we'll see. I see another plant coming up there. These are my potatoes. But normally, what I did in this case was I had potatoes that they were sprouting, and so I just peeled the skin off, and I put them in the container with soil. It was covered, but with water in, it happened that some of them, just, you know, came on top. But I don't worry about it. I might put some more soil on it, but we already have a plant coming up, and this is my dill plant. I planted some seeds, so they're doing very well. They go nice on fish. Um, this potato plant, same thing. If you look, there are peels under there, you know, from the ones that sprouted. So I just went ahead and put them in the soil, and we have potato plant. This is an older potato plant. You can see parts of it is already drying up, which is a good sign because it did blossom. So there's a strong possibility that we have potatoes there. And this is my tomato plant. I already had a tomato from it. I gave it to one of my dear friends because I don't eat tomato. And this one is going to go to my brother. So I'm sure they're going to appreciate that. And I have more tomato plants coming up. I think these are Roma tomatoes, or what we call plummy. So we'll see. I have seeds growing up everywhere. I think these seeds are coming up. They were just random. But I believe these are melon. I do have some melon plants that are doing very well in the open soil. I may have to transplant these because they're not going to do well in the pot. This is a turnip plant. I did plant the turnip seeds in there. I have it labeled. So that's a turnip plant. So that will stay, but I think I'm going to transplant these out. And I had to transplant a lot of plants from my containers. That just came up. Now a tomato plant is growing up in this one. And I didn't put it there, but it might stay because I need, a solid container for my tomato plants. And we have callaloo coming up in here. Now the story with this container is that I planted some broccoli and the owners came for it, aka the rabbits came and ate the broccoli leaves. So that's it for the broccoli. So the callaloo plants, they just come up. I guess the seeds blow and they're in the pot, and that's it. So I have some mint here, and I have parsley growing out on the grass because the seeds fell from last year, and they just get on the ground and they grow, and I let them. And this is a container with parsley as well, but it's overridden by weeds, so I need to pull those out. I'm trying, but I'm not doing such a good job weeding aspect. Anyway, this pot I had planted some seeds. I believe there's some cayenne pepper in here and absolutely some Scotch bonnet pepper. So I have a friend that I promised peppers, so I'm gonna share. But each of these plants need their individual pots, or I need to put them in open soil. So I'm gonna have to get busy to do that. These are mustard greens that went to seed, so I'm just allowing it to seed, allow the seeds to mature, and once they mature, I will allow them to dry, and from there I'll utilize them for my next crop. And we have some bell peppers in this container. The bell peppers are going to go in the callaloo bed. I'm hoping that I'll have some space in the callaloo bed. There's a little bit of space there. Some weeds coming up, those will be gone, but I need to put the bell peppers in this area. It's similar to what I did last year. I was hoping that this area wouldn't have too much callaloo, but the callaloo they take over. I can't control them. I don't try. I have some escallions coming up in this spot, which is a good thing, because I need my escallion. I don't know. Escallion coming up in this part, some wild callaloo over here. This is one plant of sorrel, the drink type. I had another pot filled with sorrel greens. I already transplanted those, but this one I missed, so I'm gonna get it transplanted in that area where I have the others. And I just have my sunflowers. The rabbits ate most of the ones that were out, but this one is in a pot, so I got a chance to have some sunflowers from this container. At the base we have some parsley as well. I mean, I can't have enough parsley. I juice a lot with it. And I had five cucumber plants. Only one survived. The others died for some reason. Look, you can see remnants of the dead cucumbers. But this one is doing pretty well. I put up a string for it to actually run on, and so it seems to be doing okay. So yeah, what I wanted to show you though is in the greenhouse. I have stuff in the greenhouse, and these are some squash. I didn't know what kind of squash it was, but I realized that we're gonna have food from it. We also have some green beans running up, and I ate quite a bit of green beans already. Some sage out there that I transplanted from a friend. But I wanted to show you, these squashes are coming up. If you look carefully, you'll see I have butternut squash back there. I don't want to touch it or anything, but if you look, you can see butternut squash. Plus there are more blossom. The bees come in. They have their way with the blossom, so that's a good thing to pollinate it. So yeah, that's the greenhouse. And basically, I have things growing in it. And especially how the time is a bit hot. It does get pretty hot in there, but I think it tends to protect the plant. I have some callaloo off here. I have some more callaloo there, along with some carrots down there. The rabbits got some of my carrots. This is a strawberry plant. It's very small, but I struggle with it, and hopefully there are blossoms on it. I might not get anything because we have birds, lots of birds, and they help themselves, and I just let them. That's a not a kale plant. It's seeding a lot, but I have some of the seeds drop, and so some new plants are coming up down there. And inside the garden, it's a mess, but hey, inside the garden, He has some Swiss chard, lots of weeds. I've been cleaning out. I cleaned out a lot of the kale and collard because we had a lot of kale and collards. They went to seed, so I had to clean them out. We have lots of thyme here, and these are the sorrel that I told you about. So I mean, I do something different every year. Normally my sorrel will be on the side of the hill, but this time I decided to put it in here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see how it works here. I know it needs a lot of sun, so hey, we'll try. I had a lot of leeks in this area, but they went to seed, and I'm so sorry about it. That's the parsley coming up, and these plants, oh no, some of these plants are dying for whatever reason. I guess it didn't like the fact that I watered it so late. But anyways, some are still hanging on, some are dying. Those, it's okay. I mean, I think I have more than enough, because look over here, I have quite a few squash coming up, and on the pyramids there, that's all squash. So likely butternut squash. We also have some watermelons coming up, and that I have two here of corn. Well, it's not here yet. It's not a here yet, but two corn plants coming up. So hopefully it will bear some corn, so I can have that for Mom, because I don't do corn. But I wonder if I can show you my watermelon. This is a watermelon plant, and I know I saw watermelon on it. Oh, I see it. I can't touch it because I think when you try to do that. But if you look there on the ground, that little small thing is a watermelon. And I know it's young, and I know maybe I shouldn't be parading it. But hey, let's just hope that it comes to fruition. Oh, I have a yellow squash that I'm going to have to collect today, because it's that time. So let me go ahead. I don't want to step over the watermelon, but it's time to get that yellow squash. So I'm gonna collect it. It's kind of big. I have like 3 put aside. I'm gonna use them. And so this is my yellow squash, and there are lots of others coming up. So yeah, it's doing pretty well. And yeah, I mean, pretty much that's the basics. And I think the only thing that I haven't showed you, there are a few others elsewhere, but oh, the berries. So we have blackberries, and I'm gonna have this one. I come out here and I just pick them and I pop them in my mouth. Blackberries. The birds have been enjoying them as well, so it's like a competition. The blackberries, and we have blueberries. So you just got the ones that are mature, that are the bluest. Yeah, so I'm gonna have some berries as my breakfast snack. Anyway, I think I'm getting a call, so I'm gonna stop this video. Mom and sis are trying to reach me. You guys have a great day. Again, this is Mel. Bye for now.